The Dash scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your Dash scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker in one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome in at Don't Punt Hour. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. We got Jay Foreman, not Jay Foreman. DeMornay Pierson-El on the Allo VIP line where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. The sun has gone back away. We had it for about 30 minutes there, at least here in Lincoln, Nebraska. But DeMornay Pierson-El, how's it going on what has been another rainy day here in Nebraska?
A day closer to Friday, so you can't complain too much.
Absolutely, and tomorrow is my Friday, as I get Fridays off. But we're not going to talk about that. 402-464-5685. You guys can always join in via the Starter Heyman text line, as well as any of the streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. We do have Royals on the brick and mortar, so that means if you are listening to me, you found the right streams. But I'll give everybody a quick update on the Royals baseball game for anybody curious. 3-0, middle of the fifth inning right now, and Royals leading it 3-0. Royals 15-15 on the year, and the Tampa Bay Rays 14-15. All right, let's move on to the NBA here. DeMornay Pierson-El, did you catch the ending of that Pacers and Bucks game? I know it was shortly after we wrapped up.
You talking about with Giannis, or not necessarily that part, just the ending of it?
The ending with just Tyrese Halliburton making a ridiculous layup.
Yeah. I mean, he's something.
I think you and me were right about the Pacers last year. We were both pretty high on these guys, and if there was a conversation, especially when they beat the Knicks last year in the playoffs, was they only won because of injuries. And unfortunately, Damian Lillard gets hurt, but I think it was pretty well in place that they were going to be able to win that series, even if Damian Lillard was healthy. So that does pose the question, Tyrese Halliburton, what is the ceiling on him? Because I've been really high on him, throughout his career. We talked about him being voted the most overrated player, which really caught me off guard because I think he's a phenomenal player. You can make the argument he has a good cast around him as well. What's the ceiling on Halliburton, in particular on this Pacers team?
Honestly, I feel like the ceiling could potentially be, Paul George, like when he was actually in Indiana. I know their playing styles is a little bit different. They're both linky. They both kind of get after it. They're both, grindy kind of guys. I think just because of how things are in the West and who you got to go through in the East, I mean, like Paul George is your ceiling, and I don't think that's a bad ceiling at all, minus the injuries.
No, yeah, I'm not. I mean, he's going to be an all NBA first team nominee year in, year out now, I think, especially when you're playing in the East. And on top of that as well, he's never going to sniff like the MVP conversation, I don't think, unless he just has another drastic jump in his game. But for years to come, he's going to be solid, and that's what makes the Pacers scary. I mean, you look at that roster, you still got Pascal Siakam, who really got his rise out of Toronto when they won the ring with Kawhi Leonard, Miles Turner. You got Nembhard, Obi Toppin, Naismith on that team, and you still got TJ McConnell, and that's probably about the most noticeable guys.
They're a young team, but they have some veterans there, and they have some guys that fit their role, and they're playing fine. Like they're all sacrificing. They're not. It's not a team with a bunch of stars. It's not a team with a bunch of oh, look at me. Even the star player isn't necessarily like that. Like he's a star and he's a grinder. You know what I mean? He acts like a role player instead of like being the guy. Now, does he step up when he needs to and everything like that? Yes, absolutely. But there are a few steps of what I mean, like the team being together and everything like that of like OKC or the Rockets, where they kind of went on the playoff run. They've seen things. They've been well versed. They experienced a little bit, and I think this year, that experience will definitely play off a lot.
Fair to say they're a weaker version of what the Celtics are, because Tatum's a phenomenal player. He's an all-star as well, but he is not the elite of the elite when we think of the all-stars in the NBA. If he is, he's
but
just in or just outside.
Why do you say he's not?
Because when I say top of the top, I'm thinking of like Jokic, SGA, Tatum. He's just probably outside that conversation with me. Like I think I'd still rather have a Kawhi Leonard over a Tatum. He's probably right on the outside. But the comparison I'll make is Tatum. They are definitely the better version, but they're just well built around it. Like you don't necessarily need Tatum to be an absolute superstar.
You're comparing him to I mean, two champions. That's for one. That's kind of bad. Two, like the game style. These are champions too, so I can't really say that. I'm not gonna hate Tatum. I think necessarily he does what is needed of him. Does he necessarily need to be Superman all the time? No. No. Can somebody else do it? Yes. Is that his fault that sometimes it doesn't? He's not the one to do it. No, I don't think so. With Kawhi has to be that. With Jokic has to be that. If they're not there, it's a problem. Now, is that Tatum's fault that you're not getting that from him each and every time? No, but I also don't think that puts him in a lesser category because he's surrounded by better help majority of the time.
I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm just saying he's not top five. I'm not putting him in the all-star, just super, super elite category. They are winning through the Celtics, not Tatum. And that doesn't mean Tatum can't ever be that, but that's how Halliburton's doing it. And that's the comparison I want to make. Like, where would you put Tatum? Who's the best player in the NBA right now? Because Tatum is interesting. I'll give you that. Maybe I was too harsh on where he sits.
Best player. You can put Joker. You can put Shea probably.
Okay, so 1-2. We'll put Jokic, SGA, 1-2, irreversible. Give me the third best player.
Honestly, I'm gonna go with Ant. Like, just what he's doing, how he's been able to carry a team and whatnot. Like this is 2 years in a row to where he's on that same track. So I understand he might have not as gone as far as everybody else and everything like that, but he's a force to be reckoned with.
I don't disagree with you. Anthony Edwards, I don't have to put him at 3, but he's definitely for me.
Who would you put at 3
category? Steph Curry still. I think it's just hard for me not to put Curry there, especially what he's doing this year. That series with the Rockets, I think they're playing right now actually. But Curry, he's still so good.
I feel like with Curry, I feel like with him, he gets the respect of the things that he's done in the past, which is fine. Like I'm not doing that, but I'm just talking about of right now. Curry's definitely in the top 5. I got him at 4.
Okay, yeah, I just think can you imagine Steph Curry on that Celtics roster?
But it's a different type of game. Like how he goes off and how he affects the game is a little bit different than some of these other players.
Okay, fair enough.
Like him, like the way that probably, I mean, not even mid-range wise or whatnot and everything like that, but I feel like the Celtics kind of have a Celtic system, and it's like their players like are a product kind of like of that, and sometimes they shine a lot more, or sometimes they don't shine as much because of the system.
Okay, I get what you're saying there. At 4, I'm still don't have Tatum though. I'm gonna go Giannis Antetokounmpo.
At 5?
4. SGA,
4.
Jokic, Curry, Giannis.
Okay. All right.
Just the two-way force. I know the Bucks, but we probably do agree there. Like that was, you get rid of Chris Middleton in a, twilight hours, like one of the guys that he really liked, and you bring in Kyle Kuzma instead. You get rid of Jrue Holiday. Like they just haven't done much to help him out there. They've tried, but they've gone the wrong direction. So I still think he's 4 for me.
It's a tough situation. It's a tough conversation. I'm not all disrespecting Tatum. Like I feel like people are kind of like he's an ugly stepchild, but it's like, I mean, outside of MVPs and Finals MVPs, I mean, what hasn't he done?
He's still young too, but I just want to get the stage where he sits.
That's what I'm saying. You're saying for him to still be, he's still young. He's still accomplished a lot. Still being with the rising stars or the faces of the faces of the league. Now he might not have that moxie like Ant does or that aura that Ant brings and everything like that. Some people might miss or whatnot, but I mean, like I said, other than Finals MVP or MVP, like what is he not doing? I mean, he's averaging points. He's averaging over 20 points. He can get a bucket when he wants to, when he doesn't want to. And I mean, you can say, oh, well, he plays hot and cold. Well, I mean, who doesn't? Have we not seen Steph have off nights? Have we not seen LeBron have off nights? So I mean, he's not doing anything that we haven't seen before. So I don't get why people don't look at him in a higher category than what some of these other players are.
He's got to have that playoff moment, and I know that's not fair because you look at what he does in the regular season and he puts them in position. But last year, fair or not, it was the Jaylen Brown story that kind of took over in it. Then you get to the Olympics. In the Olympics, Halliburton and Tatum were on the same boat exactly on that one, where those were the two guys not to really play. But I still say, like take it with a grain of salt. Like the Pacers are the poor man's version of the Celtics, where Halliburton is Tatum, where he is calling the shots, but it is a team effort, and that's how they're dominant with their wins. And Tatum, to me, is still a really good player. I just, I think I put him right outside the top 5. And that's the only reason why I want to go through that list, because Tatum is an interesting guy to figure out. Because if you put Tatum on the Wizards, I bet you his numbers blow up in a big way. But with that Celtics team,
because he has to necessarily go off. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that he can't. And then, like I said, look at the system of what he's in.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you too much there. All right, since now I'm in the Tatum territory, and I can go either way with this, and then we'll switch gears here. Luka or Jason Tatum?
Me personally, I'm going Tatum, and I mean, we've seen this before. Defense wins you championships, and if Luka can turn things around and everything like that, I got it or whatnot. But Tatum is a difference. He's a two-way player. We've seen two-way players be dominant. I mean, look at Kawhi. Mm-hmm. Kawhi has done it. LeBron was a two-way player. Derrick Rose was a two-way player. So I'm just banking and rolling on that and not, I mean, Steph, you can say Steph is a two-way player. He plays hard on defense. He's not, a liability on defense, kind of like how Luka is. So it's and I want to see how Luka kind of responds with being traded and everything like that. I feel like it's a stone has to turn or something. So I'm going with Tatum because I know I can get both sides more consistently, and he could turn it on and off and play in better roles. If he needs to take a back seat to some things, he can do that and don't have an issue.
Yeah, if you want to lean on the defense, then yeah, you're definitely going to go with Tatum there. Lucas still has that problem. He has that even with the Lakers. He's still showing up, just not there at all on certain possessions. And Tatum, he can't contribute in other ways. If that's, where he enters the conversation, I can't hate on that at all. Don't got too much disagreement. Just for the fun of it, where does LeBron James sit today?
LeBron is pissing me off, so I'm trying to not be biased. And you do have to put in what he has done in his longevity of things, and you do have to realize, he's 40 plus. I still think he's one of the best players in the world. With him getting Luka there, I think it's changed the dynamic of it, and they're still trying to kind of figure out how to roll off of each other because they're both very ball dominant. It's not terrible, but we've seen a LeBron take a Dwayne Wade type role when he was in Miami. Like, that's what Luka's kind of doing, and it still needs some nitpicking. LeBron can turn it on and off whenever. So you have to respect that. You can't not overlook it. But I don't know. This playoff series has just left a bitter taste in my mouth to where it's like, come on now. Like, you have to turn it on a little bit. Like, I know you are 40. I know you are. You got these other tangibles and everything like that. But you got these open shots, and they're not terrible shots. That's what your game has evolved to. You're supposed to hit these shots, and it's just been. It hasn't been consistent yet. I'm not saying he hasn't showed up, but it looks more going downhill than it is, maintaining.
Yeah, and that's it's where the argument, well, he's 40, does get a little bit old. It's like, yeah, but you still signed up for the job. It can be an excuse for a little bit, but that's like me taking a job at the oil rig. When I get there and I'm like, boy, I'm not very strong to do this job. I think I need to take a breather on this one, guys. It's like, well, no, you signed up to do this. You're expected to do it. I don't care whatever, ailments you got or whatever misunderstandings you had. This is what you signed up for. So it is interesting. LeBron James, I'm going to be surprised, what this next year looks like if he comes back. We'll talk about that as well. But before we do that, we'll put LeBron on the back seat and the whole Lakers saga in general. Well, actually, no, I think that's where we should go. Since we're on it, JJ Redick, he played in their last loss to the Timberwolves, right? He played their starters the entire second half, did not give them a breather. So you go back to LeBron James being 40. Is that the right thing to do? How do you feel about that? JJ Redick, is that a mistake, or is that the right thing to do considering the circumstances and it is playoffs?
At that point in time, him thinking you want your best players, you want your best five out there regardless, even if other things aren't contributing and whatnot. It would have looked bad. It would have got worse. It was a younger squad that kind of ran you up the gym. You got two people that really one and a half that's kind of consistent. Luka's sick and everything like that. So he wasn't fully. And then LeBron, him doing. I won't say having a bad game, but it just didn't look how we're used to seeing it. If you do sit them, and everything like that, regardless of which way it goes, he's gonna get criticized. So it's like you rather go down with at least okay, your best five is out there and they gave it all. What it kind of is. Now coming back to the game tonight, you might piss some people off on the bench that might, you might get better play out of them. So, it could be a coaching tactic. I'm not saying that was the best option. He was in a tough spot, and he thought he was doing what was best for the team at that moment.
I agree. I don't mind the move at all from JJ Redick. I really don't. And I was surprised to see Lakers fans so upset, thinking that if they did, give those guys a breather, they definitely would have won the game. They lost it 117-95. You weren't within striking range. You put in the bench in there for 2 to 3 minutes. That lead probably balloons a little bit more for the Timberwolves. And I'm also, when you get to the playoffs, it's a little more harder. Yes, the competitiveness is up. The NBA as the years go by, there are so many stoppages. Even if you don't get subbed out, the amount of free throws, the media timeouts, and when you're in the playoffs or even longer media timeouts, there's room to catch a breather. And especially when you're in the NBA, like I don't ever fully understand where it's unacceptable to see these guys play, again, not the entire game, which we've seen people play entire games before, but just a half of basketball. That's where everyone loses their mind saying that's why the Lakers lost. No, the Lakers lost. And, we'll just go through the depth here because this is what, people wanted for JJ Redick to do. The benches: Gabe Vincent, Jordan Goodwin, Jared Vanderbilt, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Dalton Connect if you want to throw them in there.
They lost because they don't have a strong bench and they don't have consistent players that contribute.
Exactly. Like there's nothing in my mind that was going to change it. And their best bet in my mind was you got LeBron James and Luka. That's really it. You got to keep those guys in the game. And I think that's as best as they could have done. So I don't blame JJ Redick at all for his decision not to give those guys a breather. I mean, the series, it's 3-1 now. You really needed that one to prevent it from looking bad. And I think they do play later today. We'll talk about that as well. But yeah, no, I didn't mind the move from JJ Redick at all. I thought it was actually the right thing to do. How would you grade JJ Redick on just year one as the Lakers head coach with a lot of the craziness he had to deal with? AD leaving, they bring in Luka. Not a lot of depth there, though.
I mean, I would say B plus A range. I mean, you traded and got Luka. You got to the number 3 team in the West. Like, I mean, it might not end how you want it, but from where he started at and everything like that, and what he was given and the things that he's had to overcome in the first year, I think he's done an outstanding job.
I agree. I think the Lakers, I was a little bit skeptical on it. I think this was a home run for him. I actually think it's working out really well with JJ Redick. I would recommend for Lakers fans, just give a little bit of time, even if you lose this year's series. Like we talk about it with the West, they're so good in the West.
He looked better than the last coach they had. Like, I mean, like they're actually, the team, I would say they're actually competing. They're actually moving around. They're doing the little things. They're what JJ is as a player. He's definitely instilling that as a coach, and everybody is moving their piece and working together. So that's what you want to see. Now, do they need a few other pieces to help, go along with things? Absolutely, especially with the West being so athletic, being so tall and whatnot. It's just not enough with a 40-year-old LeBron and a 28-year-old superstar. It ain't enough.
Yeah, and it's that Western Conference bit is so important. They got the third in the West. Like, to your point, that is a brutal conference, and without a lot of depth, that's even harder to do. So he's doing a phenomenal job, and the players listen to him. That's different. Like they certainly weren't listening to previous 2 last coaches towards the end. Like, it just completely tuned out to the point where it was obvious, even on the TV. They're at least listening to JJ Redick. He still gets their attention in the huddle, and I know it seems like an obvious thing that the coach should be able to get their attention in the huddle. But like I said, the last 2 coaches, they weren't getting that. The players were tuned out. In particular, felt like LeBron James was tuned out at times. And when you got the leader of your team not trusting the coach, that's a bad place to be in. But it does seem like, again, JJ Redick, I think it's actually working out really well. He's got that basketball acumen to him, and the guys seem to like him and listen to him. So with that being said, we'll stick on NBA in segment number 2, and we're going to talk about Jamal Murray because he's back once again haunting another team that's in LA. We'll talk about that next. Don't go anywhere. Don't Punt Hour. Good morning, Pierson-El on the Allen VIP line. Harrison Arnold's back in the studio. Talk to you in a bit.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in at Don't Punt Hour segment number 2. We're going to stick to NBA here as we got Morning Pierson-El on the Aloe VIP line, but also just some more unfortunate news for everybody tracking the USHL. The Lincoln Stars finished the year with the best record in the entire USHL, and the series between the Waterloo Blackhawks is currently tied. Unfortunately, right now, though, only 3 minutes into the second period, Waterloo Blackhawks leading that one 3-0. So Stars need to get this one. Worst case scenario, they will have a game 5 Saturday if it goes all the way to that, where it's back in the ice box. But there's your update for the USHL Lincoln Stars. Jamal Murray's back, though, good morning, Pierson-El. He is once again having his playoff magic work for him. He drops 43 points versus the Clippers. They run away with that one easily. Jamal Murray, he was, to give the official stat line, not the Timberwolves here. Jamal Murray, 17 for 26, 8 for 14 from three-point line, 43 points on the day, plus 17 on the box score. And he puts in 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals, and a block as well. Jamal Murray in the playoffs is just different. He was electric versus the Clippers. What is it about Jamal Murray, especially when we get to postseason play, where he just becomes this completely different to what the regular season would indicate, especially this one? He was a bit slow. He was worse than expected in the regular season this year.
You know, he's starting to irritate me too, because he's spotty. Like he turns it on and off at times, and it's crazy how people praise him, but bash Tatum when they're kind of similar with their roles. It's funny, actually.
Because Tatum is just a real quick.
I don't want to hear it.
Tatum's play drops in postseason. Jamal Murray's rises. That's the difference.
It's the same, and they both got championships. So what are we talking about?
One guy you'd rather have in the playoffs than the other, I think.
Well, no, I wouldn't say necessarily that his play drops is not the same as it is in regular season. He's still consistently, Tatum at least, they still get you at least 18 points. I mean, I think he's had maybe two bad games to where it might have been under 10, maybe, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, back to Murray. I don't know what it is, but he does turn it on in the playoffs, but it's still not consistent, because at times it's like, okay, like you play like an all-star, you play like, you know, you could be, you know, top 5 in the league and everything like that, but you don't consistently bring that. So I don't know if it's laziness, I don't know if it's the altitude, I don't know if it's the injury type thing, or you know what I mean. So I like him, but for whatever reason, he frustrates me just because it's like you could be doing more, and it's just not consistently there. But when it is on and everything like that, they're a tough team to handle. That's for sure.
Yeah, when he's got it going, and Jokic is usually being Jokic, they are damn near unstoppable. But to your point, the inconsistency is there. I'm gonna lie straight to your face, Morning Pierson-El. Games 1, he had 21 points, 42% from the floor. Game 2, only 23 points, 50%. So again, good games, but like nothing to drop your jaw. Game 3 was bad for him. 50% from the floor, but he was 20% from three-point line, 23 points. And then in game 4, once again, 13 points, 29% from the floor. Really bad three-point shooting. And then the last game, he finally goes off for 43 points, shooting a 65 field goal percentage. So you are right in saying you definitely don't get the version that we saw last game with Jamal Murray. But when it is going, he seems to have really, really strong closeout games, and maybe that trend continues. We'll have to see it, though. And Jokic in that last game, it is tough. It feels like you never get them both going off on the same night. It's like they take turns, because Jokic only had 13 points in the game where Jamal Murray dropped 43. That being said, though, you do got the Clippers and Nuggets. That, to me, has been by far the best series, even though the Pacers and Bucks series had a lot of excitement there as well. Who do you got tonight? As I do believe they play tonight, later today. Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Clippers.
I got the Clippers taking it tonight.
Who's hosting? Is that one back in LA? Yeah. And that is
I think
tomorrow.
it's in LA. Yes.
Yep. So they play tomorrow, not tonight. And I mean, this thing just has Game 7 written all over it. Because even though Jamal Murray just went off, I have a hard time believing that. We've talked about this Clippers team. It's a bunch of veterans that are used to having tight series in the playoffs. Also a bunch of guys who there's not a whole lot of opportunities left to go make a playoff push. And I imagine that's in the back of a lot of their minds. If you do think the Clippers win it, who do you got in Game 7 then?
But between those teams,
Yeah.
Denver and Clippers,
mm-hmm.
it would be Game 7 would be in Denver.
Game
7 would be
Denver.
Ooh, I'm still going Clippers. I think they have the tougher team, and I think they can. I think they'll pull it out.
Just the fact that they're playing in Denver is so brutal. I mean, is that fair to say that's the toughest place to play?
I mean, obviously the altitude, yes. Like physically, I think so, yes.
Yeah, I'm just going off what players typically say. A lot of them throw in like head coaches. They'll throw the Nuggets out there. Atmosphere as well, now that they've experienced some winning. Really good home crowds. I will still say I think OKC has like the best crowd. But if you're looking for advantage, like, yeah, elevation's ridiculous. That 1580 they got on the side of their court, that's real. You'll feel it. If you've been to Colorado, you're not used to it, and you get to that type of elevation, It's real. I think the hikes we went on, the mountain was like 1,600 meters up, and that thing had me winded when I was in Colorado.
It hurt. I definitely think so. Playing condition-wise, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's why I'm going to go Denver. Like I said, the series are so tight.
I'm going Clippers. I'm doing it. I think the experience, for some odd reason, I feel like the Nuggets just don't have enough. The stuff with the coaches and some of these other things and whatnot, I just don't think they have enough gas. So I'm going Clippers.
If Kawhi Leonard moves on, I don't hate it. Don't get me wrong. That's one of my favorite players as well. Watching Kawhi Leonard and just the great two-way player that he is. And yeah, the Nuggets this year are just lacking depth. And you were hoping more from Michael Porter Jr., but his career stagnated quite a bit. He hasn't taken the jumps that you might have expected, pretty similar to what Tyler Hero and the Miami Heat look like, where Tyler Hero, you're expecting the continued trajectory, and it really just plateaued. And Hero in that last game for the Heat as well, I think he had like under 10 points. Really rough showing for him. But games that's going on right now, it's halftime. Warriors lead at 3-1, but I don't think they're going to come out of this one. It is in Houston. Rockets leading at 76-49. Rockets are young. Draymond Green has certainly making a lot of noise for his antics again, but in this game, Fred VanVleet, 19 points. Sengun, he's got 12. Amon Thompson, he's got 11, and Green's got 8. Brooks has got 12. Once again, the Rockets just killing you by a bunch of paper cuts. Who do you got in this one? And really, I'm asking, do the Warriors have any chance to close out the series tonight, being down 49-76 at half?
No. I mean, there's potential. I mean, they can wake up, but again, I mean, the Rockets are a streaky team. This just might be one of those games where again, I don't think they close it out tonight. I think the next game after this one, they'll close it out.
Yeah, Warriors or not the Warriors. The Warriors right now is just in the game you'd want to really try to fight and claw back for. The Rockets are running. They're a young team. They're going to probably take this one away. I just think the amount of effort the Warriors would need to try to close this one out, it's going to be tough to match. So I got the Rockets as well. Who do you got winning the series, though? Is that enough for the Rockets to?
I got the Warriors winning the series. I think just the veteran experience and everything like that, they're not quite ready yet. It's just too much to handle with facing Steve Kerr and Steph Curry and Jimmy and Draymond and the Warriors. It's just a lot first go around.
Yeah, and Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler doesn't get talked about enough of what he's doing in those playoffs right now, but he's been phenomenal for those guys. I'm going Warriors as well. I don't think it matters much. There's neither of those teams the ones I have coming out of the West. OKC Thunder have just been hanging there, chilling as they swept right away the Grizzlies 4 games. They've had plenty of time. Curious to see what they look like as they move on, if they've never really broken through deep into the playoffs yet, but the way they dismantled the Grizzlies, they're going to be interesting. Rockets, Warriors, I don't feel good about any of them. Clippers and Nuggets, as we talked about, I think whichever one of those teams comes through is probably going to find themselves in a Western Conference title game. But the game that is going on tomorrow, back full circle here, Timberwolves and Lakers. This one, Timberwolves have a chance to run away with it, even though it is in LA. Lakers are back home. I got the Timberwolves running away with this one and sending the Lakers home back-to-back and round one.
Nah, I think they're gonna grab one more. I mean, it's LeBron, Luka, money. It's a money grab. So it's a script. So I don't got them ending it tonight.
Do you buy into that idea of when you're in the playoffs and you're playing the Lakers, you got to beat them by 15 because the refs are going to give them 10?
I mean, there's truth in it. I mean, the refs are definitely. They have their nose in some things, and they want certain people, to succeed, or certain teams to succeed for sure. They might not call things even or whatnot, or the other day the whole Draymond situation, he probably should have got a tech and been out the game. Like he should have been done, but they didn't do that. So I think it definitely happens, but I'm not saying it happens every playoff game.
Yeah, and that's the part where I don't think it's a widespread issue, but like history says, it's not the most craziest thing. It was the Timothy Donaghy way back in the day. He got caught like gambling as a ref, fixing games for the NBA. So it has happened before, and it doesn't mean it's a widespread problem, but it means that you have one bad egg in there who might try some stuff to fix it one way. So I don't know if that's a real thing for the Lakers. The free throw numbers are always shocking to see how much the Lakers are ahead of everybody else. And you could argue, it's the way they play. But even when you look into those numbers, it's like you guys aren't attacking the rim at a first team rate. In fact, you guys are kind of in the middle about how much you attack the paint. So it still doesn't add up to a whole lot of logic there. But again, there's never enough evidence to say it fully happens. But again, it happened before. Donaghy proved it in that scandal. The NBA had to put the brakes on that immediately because I realized how bad of a look was that you got a ref in a scandal gambling, fixing games within the NBA. With that being said, we'll throw it to a final break here. We'll finally talk some Husker football on segment number 3. So don't go anywhere. Good morning, Pierson-El, Harrison Arns. We'll talk to you on the other side.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Midwest Bank is now hiring in Lincoln. They have multiple banking positions open and are looking for dynamic individuals passionate about helping others and building relationships. With a family-friendly culture, competitive benefits, and unique perks, Midwest Bank is a great place to start a new career. Apply today at midwest.bank. Midwest Bank is an equal opportunity employer, member FDIC.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment, Don't Punt Hour. DeMornay Pierson-El on the Yellow VIP line. They understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. Wrap things up with some Husker football here. DeMornay Pierson-El will have a little bit of fun with this one at the end. 247, as always, post-spring. Really, any sports site does this. You're going to get official rankings, way too early rankings, you might argue, but it's the offseason. We have to have something to talk about here. They came out with the Big Ten rankings, and we'll go from the bottom to the top, and you just tell me when you would make a change. And again, this is very speculative, and the first one's obvious of that. At number 18, again, you got 18 teams in the Big Ten now, as it's just blown up with the Pac-12 schools entering. They have Purdue. You got to remember Barry Odom's taken over as the head coach there. Like Purdue at 18. At 17, and again, you can just interrupt me when you think we need to switch something up here. Northwestern Wildcats. 16, they got the Maryland Terrapins. 15, UCLA Bruins. At 14.
That one's tough.
Okay.
The Bruins got that quarterback, so I'll let him slide. Okay, so never mind. Continue.
Yeah, and they lost Eric Bieniemy, Deshaun Foster year 2.
Bieniemy gone. He's not there no more.
That's what I say. They don't have Eric Bieniemy anymore, and I think he was a big part of any success that they had last year. I'll be curious to see what Deshaun Foster does with this offense. Now he's going to have more of control on it. I'd imagine he picked Eric Bieniemy's ear quite a bit while he had the time to do so. I think Eric Bieniemy was small contract. Seemed like he was really there to kind of help that process along. But at 14, they have the Wisconsin Badgers. I know you're a little bit high on Luke Fickell, and you think he's a good coach. I'm not too far away with you there. 14, moving on. 13, Rutgers Scarlet Knights. They did get some decent. They got Toure, big hit linebacker out of the portal, Mohamed Toure.
I think Rutgers is going to shock people this year, so I'll let that one slide as well.
They're interesting just because that defense was really good last year, and we got firsthand experience of it. We escaped through that game just barely. I mean, and it took multiple goal line stands because that defense is legit. So they're interesting. I think their offense is going to struggle though, so I'm okay with them. At 12, Michigan State Spartans. 11, Washington Huskies.
Rutgers was behind Michigan State.
Yep, Rutgers is 13.
I would make that switch. I would make that switch. I would put Wisconsin. I just keep that switch. I will put Rutgers over Michigan State.
Okay, I'd put Washington honestly behind Rutgers. I'd put Washington at 13, and I'd put Michigan State over at 12, and then I'd actually probably put Rutgers at 11. But moving on, at number 10, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Team that's just kind of been stuck in the middle. That feels perfectly right. Number 9, take a decent drop, Iowa Hawkeyes.
All right.
8, USC Trojans.
Okay.
Number 7, they have the Huskers. Does that feel right?
Talk to me nice.
And I'll give you the rep on it since it is the Huskers. And this is what they have. 247 Sports, not my own words. A significant step forward offensively may be in store for Nebraska. Rail is a year older and could be in a more traditional leap. And more importantly, a situation around him is exciting. Not only is Dana Holgorsen on improvement at the offensive coordinator, but Matt Rule also went out and found outstanding talent in the transfer portal. Offensive lineman Elijah Pritchett, Rocco Spindler will protect Royal. Also throws in the new weapons, Dane Key and Isaiah Hunter in the receiving room. So things that we've talked about, but just to put it out there that we're not the only ones to notice. Number 6, Indiana Hoosiers.
Okay.
Number 5, Michigan Wolverines.
Okay.
Number 4, you're going to love this because I don't disagree with it. The Fighting Illini over there above Michigan, above even what Indiana did last year with Kurt Cignetti. Does 4 feel like too high or just right for the Fighting Illini?
I think 4 is a little bit too high.
Okay, where would you put them? You don't have to give me an exact, just kind of ballpark it. I'd put them behind Indiana is where I would.
Yeah. I will probably move Michigan up, and I know Michigan was terrible on offense, but they're a pro-ready team. They were shutting teams down left and right. They just didn't have a good signal caller. They got a freshman quarterback that's, can have that same type of star power, same type of game-changing ability that Dylan had last year. So, I mean, again, with the same players that are still there, Michigan is still Michigan. I would definitely move Illinois back probably to 5.
Yeah, I think I'd go Huskers, then the Fighting Illini, Indiana, and then I think Michigan is deservingly up there still. So we move those guys down. Number 3, Oregon Ducks.
Depending on who they pick for their quarterback.
This is where it gets interesting for me in this one. Number 2 and number 1. There's only 2 teams left, but who do you think's number 2? Ohio State's number 2. They have Penn State as the number 1 team in the Big Ten post spring ball. The Penn State one I don't understand entirely. I know Ohio State lost a lot. I know Penn State's bringing back a lot, but there was still, I mean, they kind of scraped through at moments within those first playoff games they were into. And then when they finally had to play Notre Dame, they got not entirely exposed, but you felt pretty good that Notre Dame was a better team walking out of that. I know it's not a Big Ten opponent, but just to kind of put it out there, I was not overly impressed by Penn State. I'm assuming the biggest reason is they have a lot of talent coming back.
I think just because of what Ohio State lost, Like, they lost a lot.
Yeah, they did.
So that is a stronger loss than what Penn State is losing. So I can see and get there. I mean, you lost the offensive coordinator, you lost some talented guys on defense, you lost some talented guys on offense. Chip Kelly saved his job. Honestly,
I knew you were coming with that. Yeah,
I mean, he did. What?
Insane that the disdain you have for Kelly up there at Ohio State.
I'm just saying,
never wanted to give that
majority
man
had
any flowers.
You pretty much had the same team that you did the year before. The only thing that you changed was you brought Chip Kelly in there, and he brought a quarterback in, and I mean, you had a high-powered offense. You did enough to get you there, and I mean, in the playoffs, it took off. So. I don't like Ohio State at 2.
But you can see.
I mean, they're the chance for a reason. Like, you still got to go back through them, and I understand that they did lose a lot, but they also have future first rounders replacing the first rounders that just left. So I'm going with that.
That's where I'm at too. You are right. The Chip Kelly piece. I am very interested in Ohio State this year. Just how do they operate, because they got mauled in the trenches in particular through this year's draft, defense and offense. So that's going to be the big question for me, is how do their trenches hold up? And again, it's brutal for Ohio State because the game that everybody's going to circle is Ohio State. Are your trenches good enough the circle is Michigan. Like, are your trenches good enough to beat Michigan? Because despite even how good they were last year, it still wasn't enough.
They still lost.
Yeah, they still lost. And they lost the year before that as well. So Ohio State's interesting, but I just got to do it. They're the champs. I'd put them at 1. Penn State, though, at 2. I can definitely see it. But the team that we'll have to talk about more someday is Illinois, we talked about, but Michigan. It just feels like Michigan's going to come back with vengeance. So we'll definitely have to talk about that more as we go through more offseason college football. Good morning, Pierson-El. Appreciate it as always, but don't go anywhere. Me and Jackson, we'll do an hour here up next right here on Ticket Weeknights.